Okay, day 40 of me trading with Apex. About to probably get stopped out here. Let's pull up where down this much. I knew I shouldn't have traded today. My God. I just can't help myself. Anyways, it's on MES. I'm on the 3-minute chart. I got a little FOMO because we're above the hourly 50 EMA, which means my main strategy, I should pretty much go long. At that point, I'm looking for the first bear candle opening and closing above the 10 EMA, this light blue line. Get in above it. Stop. I probably would have had my stops like right there or somewhere right there. Target 1.2. Leave a runner, you know. And yeah, so I missed that trade. And so I'm like, dang it. It's kind of like what I said yesterday with that inverted head and shoulders with all the bear spikes. I was like, once we start getting above all of this. Oh, and by the way, that trade that I got out of yesterday, that's on my last video, it's hilarious because I got out. I mean, it was a winning trade, but price literally went exactly to the highs of the tweezer top candle pattern right here, where I said maybe it can't do that, and I think it got really close to the 30-minute high, which I was talking about. But I said, you know, once we kind of clear all this out, we're coming up. I took one small trade. Once everything opened back up again, lost small. It was like $20 I lost. Anyways, and we skyrocketed ever since. And seeing this, I got some FOMO, but I knew I didn't want to necessarily go long up here. Saw this really nice hammer candle, this bull hammer candle. And so far it's kind of holding us up, but this has come down a ways. I have said the way I've been taught to play hammer candles is you can get in above the high with the stop below a little bit, below the low. Or you can wait sometimes for price to kind of fill the wick. A lot of times at least 50% of the wick, if it's a longer, candle, before it starts bouncing. But this is, it's trying to bounce, but I'm not sure. It's kind of struggling, The bulls are kind of struggling right now. We could come, and we did fill the wick almost. I mean, this is where we got to. So, and it created another hammer candle. So yes, this wick can fill. Like to here. Okay, let's see. It's okay. It's gonna take. If it takes this out, it's probably gonna take this hammer, this low out, and then I'll be stopped out. So I should have waited probably. This was where you're seeing right here. This was the original trade idea. But once it kind of started bouncing, I got a little FOMO.
Stop filled.
And I changed it to the original way I've been taught to play hammers, which is get in above the high, stop below the low. So yes, that just happened. Should have been more patient. But even we may bounce off this 50, or we may come down to the VWAP and then bounce, which will set up. It will set up. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, but now I can potentially wait for a new 10 EMA setup where price would need to come up. Let me just draw it out. We need to come up, create some kind of bear candle opening and closing above the 10 EMA right here, and then I'll get in above that. and just hold for 1.2. Now I also see this double top right here. And I did think about that when I was deciding to try to go long. So yeah, we have the neckline of the double top, which right now is working. So I don't know, we'll see if price comes back to this area. We'll see what can kind of happen. And let me see here. What else can I say? So if I had just waited, I still would be in this trade. We'll see if it bounces, but I will pause and be right back. Okay, so that trade wouldn't have worked out either. Hooray. This is like, that double top is definitely in play. So this was one of the things that I talked about, and I kind of, well, yeah, it was a little risky taking this hammer play because, I mean, taking hammers is great when we're at supports, not after just rampaging higher like this. So if a nice little hammer candle pops up somewhere here, like that would have been much better. Wow, look at that volume spike here. I guess we're going to try to cling to VWAP with dear life here, for dear life. So we're going to see. This is kind of a little supporty area, boxy, kind of. It's not really. This also was a tweezer top candle. Man, MES really does give a lot of tweezer top candle patterns where the highs are the exact same. That's kind of a bearish thing. We actually bounced right off of this cost basis here as well. That's really cool. So that would have been probably a better spot. Oh my God, no way. I do maybe like that. That's a really tight stop, but I already would have taken off a couple of contracts, and now it looks like we're getting an inverted hammer possibly. We have a lot of time left, so I'm not gonna really, to be honest, I'm waiting for a 10 EMA play to the upside, or I could consider, if price comes back up here to the neckline of the double top, going short. That might be the better move, because even if price comes up here and creates that bear candle opening and closing above this 10 EMA, that's the neckline. So I'm just going to say, and where this, oh, the stop is way too tight. Even this is too, I'll settle for that. I'm just predicting some kind of bear candle happening right here. Or not predicting, I'm just, maybe if that's kind of what it looks like a lot of times when it comes down and comes up like this. So we'll kind of see what happens. Right now, this bounce to me is not the strongest, the way price is kind of moving. So anyways, I'll be back in just a little bit. Yeah, so that bounce was not a real bounce right there. It was like a breath. It was like a breath, and then I guess maybe we're coming back down to the 30-minute low. Now so now I feel even better if price comes up and gives that bear candle opening and closing above the 10 EMA, because now, you know, I could basically play it into the neckline. Hopefully I'll be able to put my stop a little lower, but I wouldn't mind if this keeps coming down. I wonder if this will be a tweezer bottom candle pattern where the lows are the exact same. If you look right here on the low, when I hover over these candles, you'll see it's the exact same low, and that's kind of a bullish thing. But I don't know, MES creates so many tweezer top and bottom candle patterns that I don't know how valid they are on here. I have seen them work a lot. Like yesterday, it worked really well. It worked really well here. Ever since these tweezer top candles it took price a long time to come back yesterday up to that level. And we had this really nice drop down, which was one of the trades that I took. So that is saying something. Looks like this will be a tweezer bottom. Almost want to do this. I'm not even going to lie to you. Stop a little bit below the 30-minute low. Should I try it? I kind of want to do it. I can't lie to you. So let's see. Let's see, what would this be? This would be, no, it would be a limit. Let's do 8. I also could put my entry the halfway point of this candle pattern. Could do that. I might have missed this though. Let's see. We have to get back into this.
Order filled.
Whoa. Okay, that was like a delay or something. So we'll kind of see what happens. Maybe went into this a little too fast. So 2 right there. And yeah, so in this trade, I have the stop a little bit below the 30-minute low and the shaped bottom candle, which, to be honest, the stop might be a little too tight. Also, if we're struggling to close back inside of this box, that might say something as well. I would love for this to come and fill the 2 contracts I have right here to be taken off. And then at that point, I will wait till the 1.2R target.
Order filled.
So that's great. So now I'll change that. Let's go 6 for the stop. I don't know if it'll quite make it up here. The bears should really try to defend the top of this little box here. So, but we'll see. We shall see what happens. At least I was able to take some risk off. And hopefully I can at least move my stop one time once we hit the 21-minute mark candle. Let me set 2 of these. Maybe I can kind of get back what I lost earlier on that. Really, looking back at it, it was just a very silly trade right here. I just had a lot of FOMO. And I was watching a live video where this guy was like, yeah, I think QQQ is going to make all-time highs today. And I think that kind of also got into my head. See, here we go. Got to the top of the box. Bears are driving it down. This, yeah. If we can get above this box, I think this, it'll hit my second take profit. But, yeah, it may not. It may not. I was saying something and I just lost track of what I was saying. What was I saying? I don't remember. I was really trying to say something and I totally forgot. Anyways, maybe it'll come back. Also, what would be great about this trade is if we come up and break, out again. And if we get that bear candle opening and closing above the 10 EMA, I'd feel pretty comfortable leaving, leaving this runner up. Again, maybe back into the neckline area of this double top up here, and then maybe getting out there or whatever. I will pause and be right back. I haven't quite taken out the lows yet of this tweezer bottom candle pattern. Hopefully it doesn't. I have half a mind, to be honest with you, to exit exit this whole thing if it gets back in the green. This is just struggling a little too much. Now, what it could be doing is creating a double bottom. I won't be mad at that. I will not be mad at that if that is what is going to happen. This is also kind of like, well, we have about 40 seconds left in this candle. So this also kind of looks like a reversal pattern as well, like a little morning star. Again, I'm not necessarily trying to just trade off of candles, but you're saying that, but that's what you're doing. That's true. Just impatient. But I did like this this trade. And remember what I was talking about at entering at the 50% mark of this candle pattern, like at least would have been, that would have been a much better entry. It is what it is. So we're back into, why is it not in the green? Oh, it's okay. Never mind. So we're back. I really don't know. I would love for us to break back into this box, but it may not now. It may not. I also would love to see like some kind of hammer candle. That would be great as well. I should have just waited, right? For that bear candle opening and closing above the 10 EMA. And at this point, now that this is coming down like that, if I don't get stopped out, I am going to exit now. If this comes back up, I will exit. This is a little too crazy. So I think with this candle, we're probably going to take out the lows of this tweezer bottom and probably go right back to the 30-minute low and maybe further from there. Probably hit the daily 10. Let me see if I have to adjust it. Oh, it's like down here. Okay. Daily 10 is like somewhere right there. So yeah, we could run and touch that or, and then bounce, but MNQ was a bit, well, never mind. I was going to say it was stronger, but I'm not going to say that anymore. Well, I guess a little bit. We had the same like boxes. We have this bigger box and this smaller box, bigger box, smaller box. And we did come back down, but we did come back to the smaller box. We have not really done that on MES, so also that 50 and VWAP are trying to kind of come together again, and so this might be a little bit choppy for now, but Yeah, if I can get back into the green, I don't care how much it is, I will probably exit. Okay, I know I said I would get out if it came into the green, but so, okay. So the Bears haven't, I mean, I know probably maybe we're just consolidating for a little bit before maybe a push down, but with this volume for the Bears, I just would think, I don't know. I don't know that it would take that long for them to finally make that push down. We have, if you see closely right here, these tweezer top candle patterns, which is more of like a bearish thing, but oftentimes you want to find these things near highs. That's like the best. It's kind of like what I did up here, trying to take a hammer candle play near a high. Like you'd rather see a hammer candle at the bottom of something. So, and we just took out those these candles. Now, someone is faking to me. It's either, and I'm right now, how I'm feeling right now, I'm thinking it's the Bears right now. Like they're acting really tough, and I just don't know that they'll do it. We've got about 25 seconds left on this candle. Please, I would love for it to close inside this box, which, yes, doesn't necessarily, mean, anything can happen. But love for it to come back up here. I may even, because this is struggling so much, I may take off another contract here, just to take some more, take a little bit more off, and maybe like right there. So we'll see what happens. Either the bulls are like, I don't know, there's a lot of playing games happening right now to me. We did close in the box, but again, oh man, this is like crazy. Haven't quite formed that double bottom. Price needs to come up here. I mean, this is kind of a double bottom right here. Neckline, that's kind of a weak one. That's not really a double bottom to me. But again, would love to see a hammer candle somewhere. Oh, but I can move my stop. I'm a little scared to move my stop, like right here. I don't think. I want to give it some more room still. I will move it up though, because we've passed the 21-minute mark and we have a bull candle, so that means I can. Well, actually what it looks like is we're building another, I was going to say we're building another box, but this does not really look like a box. It's consolidation, that's for sure, but it's like, I don't know where the top of this box would be. Would not be there. This is probably it right here. So we're fighting this box below this box, its cost basis, which is the 50% mark. And I see that even though we did close into this box, it was technically the top of this lower box here, which again, bears will defend. So really we need to close above the 877.50. We need to close above. We haven't gotten that. So move my stop a little bit. We'll kind of see what happens here. I'll be right back. Okay, so what happened? So price came up. I took one more contract off, which was great. And looks like we're coming back down. So this really was like a really big S curve, probably on a higher time frame. Something to kind of note on the 24-hour chart, I did draw this channel going down, and it looks like, we couldn't stay above the top of this channel. So I don't know what's going to happen, but if I lose them, it's not going to be too bad. The only problem is that I lost a full R here. So when I took this contract off, I actually moved the last take profit to 1.3 R. I don't know why I have 0 here. Now we're back down, and now there's this hammer candle that honestly was the type of hammer candle I was wanting to see around here, which has just happened here. Don't know that it will work. I was able to move my stop. I now have put it below the low of this tweezer bottom candle pattern. I was supposed to set it here, but I kind of figured price may come there before it might bounce. So I just wanted, again, to give it a little bit more room. It could still obviously come down here. What's interesting is that there's a gap here. You don't see that a lot on the 3-minute chart like this. So there's a gap that I do think will fill. It's probably going to do it in like the most choppy way, maybe, but there is a gap. I feel like I'm probably going to lose on this trade. So I'm already trying to think of what I should do next. Technically, let me make this come down. Technically, this is the first bear candle opening and closing above the 10 EMA. Now, when I said I wanted to see that, I definitely did not mean I wanted to see a huge candle do that, because that is a large, like, my stop would have to be pretty big. Like, I'd be entered above it, and then, I don't know, I just think that's too large. So I'm kind of glad that it came down because I already think this is going to be a losing trade. Because maybe if we get that new bear candle closing above the 10 EMA, maybe that would be the best. And I'm kind of considering taking this hammer candle. It filled the wick, and as you can see, it's trying to bounce, but I think it's going to fail. Yeah, I think it's going to fail, but I could be wrong. And that's why if I did play this hammer, it would be the version of getting above the high. A lot of volume there too. So could have the stop be something like that. And I would just maybe go for 1R. That's basically a little after this gap fill right here. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Now, if this takes off and I don't get stopped out of a trade I'm already in, then I won't get in a new trade. I'll just continue holding and watching. So I don't know. We have 10 seconds left. And we're just going to see what kind of happens here. I will be back with an update in just a little bit. Okay, I'm right about to get stopped out. There it goes.
Stop filled.
Okay, we finally took out the low of this tweezer bottom candles. So let me delete this. So basically I'm down about $400. Very, very choppy day. Unless you've played it short, you're pretty solid right now. So that double top was just working. I was looking at M&Q and trying to figure out which one I would like to take more. The VWAP and the 50 EMA and the VWAP are really separated. So I don't know that I like that too much. Let's see if we'll go down to the 30-minute low. Now I was thinking about another idea. We have the hammer candle, and now, first off, let me see where my, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'm down. So who knows, could blow this account today. Have the hammer candle, and now we have kind of like this inverted hammer-ish type candle right here. So maybe getting in above the high of that. So the thing is, I just think we're going to run into more choppiness coming all the way back here. But, you know, you kind of like to see inverted hammers at highs versus lows. But this was just a giant S-curve down. So I think actually we probably will come further down. May come to this 10 EMA on the 24-hour chart. Wonder what an order would have been like here. So far, that would not have been good. Wow, look at that. It is just slamming down. Let's take a look. 24-hour chart. So that 10, yeah, it's like right there now. A little lower. It's like right here. So yeah, I think we are gonna see that. I don't mind this continuing to come down. A lot of bare volume. We still have this gap above here. So that's kind of interesting. Let me delete these little lines. The VWAP and 50 on MES are crossing. I wonder if they're going to start separating now. I would like to kind of see that. Some kind of reversal pattern near this area would be nice to see. There's also another gap that might get filled pretty quickly. Another gaps there. We have 1 and 2. That's kind of a little rare to see, right? On the 3-minute chart. Had a gap that filled on the very next candle. I don't know. I do want to make back some of this loss. I can tell you that. I don't want to. I really should not have traded it. You know what? I'm really bad at when I'm losing. I'm really bad at doing what I say I'm going to do. When I'm winning, like, I may win my first trade or something. After that, I can say, okay, I'm not going to trade anymore. And then I'll follow it. But when I'm losing, I tend to not really follow through with whatever I say I'm going to do. Like I said, I wasn't going to trade today. Or at least I was going to wait a really long time to trade to see what the candles and everything are doing. And this is an amazing looking hammer candle. I wonder if it'll close as a hammer candle. We have like a minute left. If this is a hammer candle down here, I will do it. Now, the decision though would be, would I play it the way I know how to play hammers, which is get in above the high, stop below the low, but I would also have it below the daily 10 and the hourly 50 EMA right here. Or would I play the wick if a wick can be created in 35 seconds? Yeah, so I would need to see a nice hammer candle. And so far, it has changed. It has changed. I think because we're dropping so much and we've already closed below so many nice, like this hammer candle, this hammer candle, this hammer candle, this hammer candle. We've taken out the lows. I think I probably need to play it safe and just play it the original way that I know how, which is getting above the high. But this is not a hammer candle, so not a hammer candle. Maybe we can get a morning star reversal, or maybe we can build a double bottom down here. That would be nice. Because again, technically, like I said, we're still above this hourly 50 EMA, and I should really be, focused on getting long. Now, if we come down, close below the 50 EMA, then maybe then I would have to think about going short. But I don't know yet. I'm going to pause the video and come back. Double top sure did work for people. This is crazy. So now we actually are closing below that 50 EMA on the hourly chart. I don't know what this line is actually back to those tweezer top candles that I was talking about yesterday, which is near the neckline of kind of like this head and shoulders pattern here with a double bottom as the head, which is crazy. So I also marked that. So maybe we're going to, I don't know, we'll come all the way. Maybe we can, we're dropping so hard. Did something come out? Did some kind of news come out or something? We have gaps on the 3-minute chart that have not been filled. We just created another one right here. Wow, what happened? Can't figure it out. I tried to check this little market watch, and some of this I don't know how big. Like some things I know like really impacts the market sometimes, but I don't know if anything here, consumer sentiment, I don't know. All I know is that we're slamming down. This is a very lovely looking hammer candle. I'm like obsessed with the hammers, as you can see. Don't know if it will close like a hammer. Now the thing is, where would the stop be? I'm going to try this trade. Gotta put it above. Wow, it's like a crazy hammer candle. Should I get in above it, or should I let it fill some of the wick? I'm waiting, taking too long to make a decision. Man, this could really see. This would be really close to blowing this account if this loses too. I kind of like when wicks get filled a little bit. Sometimes I don't like when they just take off right away. But this slammed so hard that maybe it taking off right away isn't so bad at this point. Or even if we consolidate a little bit. Yeah, I want to see this come down. I may miss this. Hesitating like this, I may miss it because it may just take off, but I think I would like to see it come down. Let's see, 50% of the wick. Can go down further than that, but just, let me see. That's a lot of volume. That is a lot of volume. It really is. So if this can close a little further down, I'll set this. Let's see where this next candle closes. I will be back. All right, so now I'm a little more comfortable setting this where I'm entered above. I like kind of seeing the wick be filled a little bit. And the only reason why I didn't do it where I didn't enter here, because this has been so crazy that I'm like, I don't know, if the low gets taken out of this hammer candle, yeah, I'm not really... I don't want to be in that trade at one point. So this is a little bit more of a conservative or like safe entry. As you can see, around that 50% mark and more so, this line I drew. What was this line? Oh yeah, it was the tweezer top. Candles, we're trying to bounce. It might be kind of a weak bounce. So yeah, now if this low gets taken out, I will probably cancel this trade, and I would probably, let me see how far, okay, this candle, almost a 1% candle here. It could definitely come lower. Wow. This day really fooled me. I mean, seeing the way the bulls like came back from yesterday, I did not think it was just going to slam down like this. We've kind of got another hammer candle forming. Don't know if it will stay like that in 40 seconds, but at least if this trade triggers, it would give me a spot where I can move my stop to, which would be under this low. Let's see what would have happened if I would have put this here. So I would have probably been able to maybe take some contracts off if I was in this trade already, if I entered here. Why do I have a feeling that it may come lower and fill this wick a little bit lower before coming up? Or just taking it out completely and just going down. And it's like, if this bull volume gets taken out, either this is like a stop hunt, and as soon as people get stopped out taking this hammer trade, it's going to start coming back up, or it's going to just continue flushing all the way back down to maybe the double bottom neckline. That's crazy if that happens. We have surpassed the 30-minute low, the orb strategy. And you know, I had that in my mind before I got into the silly trade that I took. I was like, what if, you know, I just set a short trade and have it come back down to the 30-minute low, and that was it. That did run through my mind. Just didn't do that part. Just didn't do it. So let's see what happens. It looks like it's still trying to come down a little bit more. I'm really curious on this. I'm so curious on what's going to happen. I'm definitely not risking setting a trade down here, but okay, there it goes. So it took off the low. Let's see what it does. Let's see if it's just going to keep. And that took out a lot of bull volume. Like, that is a ton. So it was also the support here. Oh my gosh, this is, okay. Yeah, so let me cancel this. Canceling that. There's no way. Yeah, I would have to see something else because, well, it depends on how fast the bulls may recover. This is insane. Guys, this is wild. Now, where do we go? Back down here? Or here? Jeez Louise. That was a lot of the bulls really, they said, let's do it right here. And it was just like, nope. Also, there's probably a lot of people taking profit too. I could imagine that. So that maybe that's what that was. Now, if this candle turns into a hammer candle, that would be a little interesting. What is the RSI saying? Okay. Oh, I already had it up. Whoops. Whoops. So it's like red. It's red. It's still making lower lows right here. Whoops. Yeah, guys, I don't know. Like, when is this going to come up? I'm going to wait, see what happens. Now, if a bull candle just zooms out of here, I'm going to be kind of upset. But it is what it is. Okay, there it goes. It's going. My God. It's coming to the double bottom neckline. Oh my God. Well, ooh. I need to delete these boxes because these are, well, this one I can maybe leave up. Oh, I don't know where I'm at. Where am I at? Okay. Wow. This is crazy, guys. And now we're below this hourly 50 EMA, which means I'm supposed to be like shorting. I should not have traded today. Oh, why did I do it? Okay, if we come near this a little closer, or even right where it is right now, double bottom neckline, and we see, I don't know, nice hammer candle, morning star reversal, something like that. I'll try again. It's probably, I was going to say, it may not be this candle because it's a little too small. Oh my gosh. I don't know. And did we fill those gaps? No, we didn't. then we filled one. We filled this one, but not this one or this one. The thing I'm a little worried too is like, I don't know how to catch V. I've heard this it's not new, but I've heard this term called a V shape, where essentially the price comes down so hard, and then when it goes back up, it's just V. It just, shoot. I don't know, like, what are the signs for that? Like, the only thing I could think of is seeing some kind of hammer or some kind of, it won't do a double bottom because it's a V, which just literally goes down and up. So, wow. We've surpassed the double bottom neckline. We'll be coming down to the daily 20 again. Let me make sure I've got it set in the right spot. Right down here. Then maybe that's where it would bounce. I'm trying to catch this. I'm trying to catch the bottom, guys, if you haven't if you haven't noticed by now. Double bottom neckline. It's right there. This is wild. So if this turns into a nice hammer candle, I'll take it. But I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to like go past. Okay, it's double bottom. And this is empty space. I was talking about that yesterday. So it literally can come all the way. I don't think it's going to do that. Will it? Oh my God. I don't think it will. All right, so not even this can be a hammer candle, this next candle. Or maybe the other thing is if I see an inverted hammer, an upside down hammer candle, because again, well, today seems like an opposite day, because I've been saying, you want to see hammer candles at supports. Okay. That didn't work. So I would say the same thing about inverted hammers. You want to see those at resistance. And that actually did happen. It was tiny though. Where is it? Maybe this one. Little tiny inverted hammer. And then that was it. Golly. It's crazy. Gosh, I don't know what to think. The RSI is like burning lava red. And it's, we'll see. I'll be back. What sucks is hesitating on this double bottom neckline play, because this would have won back everything I would have made back everything I lost today. That's, God, these text messages. Okay, so, my God. And I was literally talking about the V. Okay, hang on. And I promise I'm not even texting back. Like, I'm trying to like not text so that they don't keep texting. But, yep. So we might get a the first bear candle opening and closing above, well, no, it wasn't a bear candle. Never mind. I was going to say above the 10 EMA. We're still a little too far from the 50 EMA. Oh my God. This is really annoying. Maybe we'll come down and create a double bottom. That would be nice. But so far, it's just the little V shape reversal that I just don't know how do you even time something like that? And I mean, the only thing the the double bottom neckline kind of helped. Like if I would have just set this trade here, that hurts to look at. Maybe we'll create a inverted head and shoulders. I don't know. So I'm just going to keep waiting to see what kind of happens here. What I can do is short. First bull candle opening and closing below the 10 EMA. Could get in below it, stop about right there. And that could happen. But we need a bull candle, so I don't know if that will happen. We may just come straight back down and maybe come back up again. That would be great. As of right now, I'm just waiting. Okay, so we got a crazy indecision candle here. Indecision at the double bottom neckline. So, kind of like hammers. You could play these in either direction. You could get in above the high, going up, or we could reverse this trade. Enter here, stop above the high. The problem with indecision candles is kind of like pennant patterns, where I've seen where pennant patterns, like the first breakout is more of like a fake one. So sometimes this might want to come down here and say we're coming lower, and then it will just turn right around. That could happen. Which, if that happens, that's great, because then maybe a double bottom will form. That would be great. So I'm not going to set this up. I'm just saying. I'm seeing what it's doing. Would have loved if this would have been like a hammer candle, but I don't know. And we actually may consolidate in the range of this indecision candle a little bit. We may range a little bit. Or not. Hopefully it makes a decision pretty quickly on what, on what's going to happen. Like I said, we went to lava red on the RSI at one point, right here. And now it's not so red anymore, which, what does that mean? Can somebody tell me what that means? Does that mean it's not red anymore, but we're coming to the same lows where it was red? Does that mean it can keep coming down? Maybe that's what that means. I have no clue. Anyways, again, just watching. I'm actually cleaning now. I've walked away. I'm going to be setting alerts so that if I hear them go off, I can kind of be aware at what price is doing. We're not coming, we actually just closed below this little line here, which is basically the double bottom neckline area. Man, I don't know. This is just wild. So again, I'll set some alerts and I'll come back with an update. Okay, so like I said, if anybody was trying to maybe, and it still could come lower, obviously. This is why, actually, I'd be a little bit more confident in setting this trade up, playing this indecision candle, because if this is fake, right? Like playing it short and it was fake and it's coming back up. A lot of times the correction is the right direction. I like that. The correction is the right direction. Anyways, I'm still not going to do that. This nice little hammer candle is really nice. Like that was, but it's kind of small. It's real small. A little bit of a reversal-ish pattern here. Would have loved if this closed. Let's see. Well, I guess it did. It closed over the 50% mark of the bear candle. Still looking for something a little stronger. Like if this would have been a much larger hammer candle, I'd have been okay with that. And then, like I said, this can still kind of roll over down to this daily 20. So I'll just continue setting some alerts to see, you know, what, I forgot what I did. It's this one. See if it comes back down again. Crossing down. And then I'll put one here. Crossing up. Yeah, interesting. Still could be forming some type of double bottom here. But we are below that hourly 50 EMA, so I would have to kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, I'll leave this like this to see how well that would have worked. Oh my God, 12. I didn't notice that. That stop is crazy. I don't like that at all. So I'm definitely not setting it, but it doesn't mean it still won't win. You know, we haven't had a bear candle opening and closing above the 10 EMA since this candle right here. So if a nice bear candle happens, even though I know I'm supposed to be shorting because we're under this line, I would take it long. I would try to take it long. And that VWAP and the 50 are definitely separating. Wow, that was loud. And I know that's probably really loud on your end, so I'm really sorry. Really sorry for that. Whoops. Let me use that one. Looks like that might get hit. What I also want to see is if this will come back down to that 10. So we'll see. Let's see if the correction was the right direction. Would have been entered right on this candle. So with the stop, that is kind of risky. I want to walk away. Okay, so I kind of missed. We had the first bear candle opening and closing above that 10. Came back and price was up here. So now I've got a limit buy. Trying to see if I'll get filled. I probably will since this day has been so choppy. And then, I don't know, we'll see what happens. We shall see. Oh my God. That is so, why is it? Okay. I had the volume like way up so I could hear the alerts while I was cleaning in the bathroom. And I'm sorry if that was like extremely loud on your end. Anyway, so got filled. Anyways, this could fail. I'm technically not supposed to really be going long at this point because price is under the hourly 50 EMA. So yeah, technically not even supposed to be doing this. Who cares? Who cares? That little hammer did a lot. That little hammer was kind of a winner right there. That's almost 2 R's off of that little tiny, what would have been hammer play. don't know that I'll trim. I'm going to be honest. It's like I'm kind of saying go big or go home. Like, I think at this point, maybe I would just, like, it's got to get up there. I don't know that I want to trim. I've lost pretty large today. So let me go ahead and set some more alerts. And, you know, just seeing how this has been going. I might lose on this one too. Hopefully I can, hopefully I can move my stop some. That would make me feel better. Crossing down. We didn't quite get to that daily 20, and that's where price may want to do that. So even if I would have left that one trade playing the indecision candle, like I said, the correction could be the direction, the right direction. That trade would have been filled and I'd be in the green as well on that. But that stop was crazy. This stop is kind of risky. I'm not going to lie. Technically, the stop should probably go at least below the close of this candle and the open of this little hammer. But it is what it is. So, oh, I didn't realize I have this set at 0.2 for that exit, but maybe going for 1 might be a little wiser because it's just so choppy. I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know. I don't feel as confident, I guess, in this. And I kind of think this was it. This was the trade right here. And now my stop might be too tight. Crazy day. If this could just come up here, then I would consider this more of a double bottom. They're trying to roll it over again. And a double bottom would kind of stop that. Like, it would be like, no, you fail at that S curve. So anyways, I'm going to go back because I have to actually continue cleaning. Hopefully I'm able to move my stop, and it'd be great if I could kind of get filled up here and then leave a runner just to see what happens, you know. That'll kind of help me out mentally, I think. So anyways, oh, let me change this really quick. You're probably like, why do you have so many different signal noises? Well, if I'm like right here, I can kind of know which way the trade is heading in. Like when I was in the bathroom cleaning, I heard some of the ones that I had set going up, going off, and then, or I heard one go off, and then I heard shortly after that one that sounded, it was going down. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I'm not even going to go look at the computer because that just went up and then went down very fast. So yeah, totally not going to go look at that. So I'm going to walk away and we'll see what happens here. I would love to get filled on this. And again, lose a little smaller on the day. But we'll see what happens. Okay, was able to get that first TP. Now I'm just really going to hold as long as possible. I mean, it's very possible that we come up here, maybe to the 24-hour 10 EMA and just come right back down. But I don't care. I'm just going to hold. And I'm going to change. I'm going to move the stop quite a ways. Won't move it that far yet. I'll move it right there. So if it loses, whatever. It's a little smaller loss. And then, yeah, I'm just going to keep kind of holding. Let me move these. This is kind of moving quite a bit. I want to really see it go up. I set the this little, where this gap fill is right here. That's where this, so I could get out there, to be honest with you. That might be a good idea. But I'm thinking maybe this thing could come back up to, I'm maybe being a little too optimistic, but if we can get through this hourly 50 EMA and get through again the daily 10, if we ran through it this hard, we could probably maybe run up. One thing I don't like on the RSI is that as we're coming up, this is a more steep incline here. Anyways, so we're getting a inverted hammer basically at resistance. That seems about right. So yeah, this could kind of start coming down. Hopefully the bulls can fight and just continue pushing this back up. On the 24-hour chart, this is what the candle looks like. This crazy, kind of like inverted hammer actually, doji, whatever type of candle. Where could this come back up to? Let me bring this back. Basically back at the 30-minute, near the 30-minute low, which is also VWAP. So yeah, we'll see what kind of happens here. I do expect some type of pullback, and it does look a little bit more like a double bottom. Not the best double bottom that I've seen, but still maybe could work. We have to, I would love something to really come up here though, because then this would be a very solid neckline. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what kind of happens. And if we could really push, I do want an alert right here. I've got to go back and clean. So right now I don't have something that would get me out, and I'm not. I'm just going to walk away for a little bit and I'll come back. All right, so got stopped out. It's all right. So yeah. So went from, I forgot how much I was down earlier, but whatever that was, to now 151. I'm thinking I got like one more trade in me. I also may have moved this stop too soon, but what is interesting is that we're below the 50 EMA and on the hourly. And with that being said, this could be a bull reset candle right here forming if it closes below the 10 EMA on the 3-minute. This is a lot of bear volume. I just noticed that right now. That's crazy. So here's what's interesting. I could take a stab at doing a short 10 EMA if this closes again below. Where I would put my stop is like, ooh, this is kind of, I kind of don't like almost any of this, but maybe putting it right there. And again, I would just be going for probably an R at this point. We could maybe come back down here. that's a little risky. I think we maybe would come up a little bit. So on this particular trade, if I do it, I probably will be taking some profit off as it's coming down. That's only if this becomes a bull candle and it has to close under that. If it shoots up and closes past the 10 EMA, I can't take this setup. Now, what's also interesting is if this comes up and we come like way up and then we get that bear candle opening and closing above the 10 EMA, that would be, it would be a little closer to the hourly 50, which means it could just flip up. The bulls could just flip it up. And that, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm trying to figure out, again, like this stop. Maybe the stop could be like right there. And that, it did, in fact, close. Ooh, I'm kind of thinking... We'll do 6. Say stop. Yeah, okay, so we'll see what happens. I don't know if this will even get filled. We may come up and close. If we take out this bear candle with all this volume right here, I don't know. We could maybe come up. And maybe, like I said, I just moved my stop too high. Because it's actually kind of crazy. It stopped me out and just basically just turned around. So, yeah. Don't know. But if we can flush, this might be a good little trade here. And let's move this to 1. And we'll kind of see what happens. I'll be right back to see where this candle closes. All right, got filled. This could totally reverse. I kind of don't like my stop now. It's a little, I don't know. Anyways, got filled. Let's see what happens. This is like the first 10 EMA I think I played all day, right? Because this was, yeah, this wasn't a 10 EMA. The second trade was not a 10 EMA either. Or yes, it was, but it was kind of not following the rule of going short. It was, I took a long 10 EMA pretty much. So I did say I would probably start exiting some contracts like as it's coming down just to kind of secure something. I'm just kind of going for 1R here, but I don't know, this might not work. Right, so I got some contracts off around here. One at, I think it was at this mark, and then this was turning into a really crazy hammer candle, so I went ahead and said for 1 extra one to be taken off where the wick is kind of filled. And now got 2 more. I'm thinking possibly about maybe exiting the whole thing. I don't know, but now I'm down. Well, I mean, look at that right now because I'm not out of the trade yet. I'm trying to think. I kind of want to be a little bit more aggressive with my stop. Maybe putting it here would be a little bit better if it does turn around, but there's not much time left for this day. And actually, I just realized for the New York session, it'll be closed in like a minute. But for futures, it'll last a little longer. I mean, it'll, I don't know what I'm trying to say. So here's the pennant pattern. We're breaking down, we're retesting. This could now fly up out of here. Like I said about pennants, they fake to me a lot. So I may also just want to just get out of the trade altogether, to be honest. This has been such a crazy day. I've done decently at trying to, wow, now I'm back at losing bigger. Anyways, this is a crazy candle coming right now. A lot of people are taking profit, so I get that. Still closed underneath the 10 EMA, which is actually pretty wild. I'm thinking now, I don't know, I may get out here, you know, and if it can even come down this far, it may not be able to. It may just be blasting off here at this point, but and it's crazy because I can't even sit here at this computer. I actually have to walk away from this here pretty soon. Yeah, so I'm actually going to walk away for a little bit and come back in maybe 10 minutes or less and just see what's going on. It's very close to getting me out of two of the contracts, so I can lose a lot smaller on the day, but it is just totally trying to bounce right here. So hopefully with this candle, I'll feel a little bit better. Just come right there.
Order filled, order filled.
Great. So now, yeah, this trade was a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. And to be honest with you, I'm really just gonna put my stop way, I'm just going to put it in the green. So I'll let it kind of do its thing, but, or should I get out of everything? I mean, really, be cool if I can get it to where this, like, I make back everything, but it is struggling. I'm just struggling right now. I would love for it to just kind of dump. I don't think that's going to happen right now. We may come blasting off, or we may consolidate. I'm glad this pennant kind of, we retested and it did come down, which is cool. This is such a long video. I'm going to try to have timestamps. So, yeah, just deciding on if I should really just close the whole trade out. I feel like I should. I really do feel like I should. Let's see. I don't know. I'm going to hang on just a little bit longer. Okay, I just closed it when it was up here. I'm sitting here watching this, and I just don't want to keep being right here. We haven't quite taken out this low of this big bull, or this bull candle with a lot of volume here. Yeah, so this is still kind of a win. I don't think I've ever recovered this much on a losing day like this, where I think I was down, I don't even remember now. Was it like $600 or definitely like $500? Because I'm not like journaling these trades lately, so I'm not remembering how much I was down. So, well, actually, hang on, I could find, well, never mind, no, I can't. But yeah, this may come down, but I have to go, and I don't want to walk away, and, you know, I learned my lesson. I just think I'm thinking of really applying this rule of just not trading on Fridays. No Friday trades. That's going to be kind of hard for me to follow depending on where I'm at for the week, but I think I'm going to have to stick to that one. Anyways, sorry for this being such a long video. Hopefully the timestamps help, but it's hard for me sometimes to make a video at the end of, you know, my trading like session. Sometimes, especially if I'm losing, I'm just like so over it. I don't want to make a video and like go over like the trades I did that were wrong, that were bad trades. And so I get annoyed and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to record as I go. So that's what kind of happens. Anyways, this was still pretty good today. And just kind of keep trucking along here. Like and subscribe, let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one.